One of the things I love about Montclair is that we've got people from all over the world. In my experience, there's no better way to get to know someone than eating the food that brings them home. So let's cook up special dishes with the people that make up the fabric of our campus.
Cooking with Koppell, Season 3, Episode 3, Take 1.
Hi, my name is Chinasa McClean, and I'm the Assistant Dean of Student Affairs on the Bloomfield campus here with Montclair. So what led me to Bloomfield College is I got out of the state. I was working with the state with families for over a year, and I got this great opportunity to be the director of a fostering student success program, which was a grant-funded program for about 2 years, and it actually ended. But once it ended, we actually merged with Montclair State University. So I'm excited that I started a new role in the Office of Student Affairs as the Assistant Dean, and I'm just loving this journey. Today I'm cooking a traditional Nigerian dish called Jollof Rice, and I chose this dish because it reminds me of family, home, my dad, of course. I was raised just by my dad, and it's a comfort dish. And I can't wait to taste how this turns out.
Okay, Chinasa, everything looks really yummy. What are we going to be cooking today?
So today we're making a traditional Nigerian dish called Jollof Rice. It's from my culture, and I grew up eating it, and I'm excited to show you today how to make it.
Okay, I'm excited just looking at the ingredients.
Okay, so with Jollof Rice, our ingredients, we have chopped onions, chopped tomatoes, as well as chopped peppers. There is hot peppers as well. I like my rice really, really spicy, so we have some hot peppers here. There's curry. It's a Guyanese curry. It smells really, really good. Want to smell it?
That does smell
yes,
good. Yes,
and we have salt and tomato paste. So what we're gonna do is go over to the blender. If you can pull the blender over.
All right.
So what we're gonna do is just throw in all the ingredients in here.
In the blender?
In the blender. So we're gonna throw in the onions. Of course, we're gonna throw in these peppers. So we have that, and we're gonna throw in some curry. And we do need a little bit of water. A bouillon cube is right here. So my father is from the Igbo tribe, so it comes particularly from the Igbo tribe. So this rice is everybody in Nigeria and other African countries use this rice. We're gonna put a pinch of salt.
Okay.
However, every different cultures make
Has their own version.
Yes, their own version. So what I'm gonna do is actually take the blender because we need a little bit of water. So I'm gonna go right over to the sink and just add a little bit of water into the blender. And it doesn't matter if it's hot water or cold, just a tiny bit, just to make it blend a little bit. And then we're gonna put it right back on there. All right, President Koppell, so you can close that up and blend it. So keep going. Okay, so we can stop there. So we wanted to get a consistency and to make it really, really red and make it everything blended.
Okay, we've got our.
Okay, so we've
got
our
blend.
So what we're gonna do is just add this to the pan.
Okay.
So you're gonna pour a little. We're gonna share. So you're gonna pour a little.
So your family is from Nigeria, or were you born in Nigeria?
No, I was actually born in America.
Okay.
So I like to identify as Nigerian American.
Okay.
My dad and my mother were born in Nigeria.
Okay.
And they grew up there in the village. They met there, and
why did they make their way over here?
so my dad, of course, wanted to advance his education. So he came to America. He started out, actually went to Alabama to start school, and then my mother came over.
Okay.
And then from there, they started in Alabama. Then we moved to New Jersey, and then I was born. I'm the first, so.
Okay.
Next, what we're gonna do is our rice. So this is a particular type of rice. It's called parboiled rice. So it means that it was actually kind of already cooked. So we want a parboiled rice when we're making this.
Okay.
And I'm gonna show you what we do in our culture. So grab the rice. We're gonna go right over to the sink. You wanna look in your rice and just make sure there is no, black rice. I don't like any of my rice to have any type of blackness in it. Sometimes I found bugs before, so make sure you look through your rice.
I can certify this is bug-free.
Okay, we're gonna come right over here.
Okay.
We've cleaned it 5 times.
Yeah.
So what we're gonna do is just put it in our pot. Kind of just do this with our hands a little bit. We don't use gloves or anything when we're making this. And what I like to do is just do it with my hands, just push it in here. So you can put yours right on top of mine. It's okay to have a little bit of water in there.
Sure.
Gotta push it in. Push it, use the strength, yes.
All right.
Perfect. And then we will usually cover the rice and let's cook it for 5 minutes. So then next, while we're waiting for our sauce, and you can see our sauce is still cooking.
Yeah.
So now we're going to fry up some plantains. And then we can just start taking it out.
I like that we're doing plantains also though, because a lot of people associate plantains with Latin American food, and it's actually much broader than that. So.
Definitely. Caribbean cultures, like you said, Latin American cultures, African cultures.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go.
All right, we're going back over here, yeah.
Basically what happens here is we want to draw out all the liquid. So we're gonna have onions and we're gonna have the tomato paste, which is right at the top.
I saw that.
And we're gonna kind of smash the paste, yes.
Tell me how you found your way into higher ed, and particularly what you do, which is helping students.
Initially, I started in higher ed by chance. I wanted to be a television reporter. That didn't work out for me.
No, it did. Look, here we are.
Well, kind of. Here we are live, but it didn't really work out as much as I would like it to.
Yeah.
So I tried a job in higher ed. Actually, Essex County College for 2 years. I worked there. I was in student activities, and I loved it. I was planning programs, and it was education. So it wasn't actually in the classroom, but it was educating students about cultural programs, community programs. It was just interesting to me, and I enjoyed it tremendously. So I decided to pursue my master's and be more invested in higher ed. And I got my doctorate degree eventually, and I landed a great job at Bloomfield College at the time. Now we're Bloomfield College in Montclair State. And that's just from there.
The cultural stuff that you did as in the student activities can be a resource to help people be successful as students. Even the comfort food that they used to make with their dad, how can that help students find success?
That really getting to know your students and putting programs like this together. This is something that I know students would be interested in, hearing them out. So really hearing your students and knowing what they want to see on campus, what they want to do on campus, what is affecting them outside. So this is good. We're gonna turn it off. See how it's kind of burning a little bit?
Yeah.
Turn it off, and we're gonna pull it to the side.
Yeah.
So normally what we do now, we have our sauce, and it looks like nothing, right? But what we do is we add it to our rice that's been cooking. And that's it, and just
Mix it up.
mix it up, stir it around. Okay, and then we just cover it. Now you can see why my dad made this, right? Make a big pot of rice.
Right, and then it can last a couple
It
days.
can last a couple of days. It's stretched, and he knew his kids were okay. So that's it. Cover. So once this is all boiled out, the water comes out. We eat it with our plantain, and
All right, I think through the power of TV magic, we're gonna instantly complete this rice.
Yes.
So let's go eat.
let's go eat.
Okay, so Chinasa, we're sitting down with our jollof rice. So take me to where we would be when you were a child and your dad was making this dish. What would be the feeling? What would be the setting? Who's around the table? What does it conjure up for you?
So this makes me think about my dad sitting pretty much right across from us. I'd be right across from my dad because I am the oldest. So the oldest holds a special type of quote unquote power in the family. My little sister would probably always be to my right, and my brother would sit next to my dad. And just even the smell is just home. So we can try.
But does it taste right? That's the question.
Very flavorful.
Yum.
Yes, I enjoy it.
Really
It's
good. Really good. Let's talk a bit about Bloomfield, because a lot of folks know that Bloomfield College is now part of Montclair State University. Super excited about it. Tell me, from your point of view, what makes Bloomfield College Bloomfield College?
I think one thing with Bloomfield College, and I'm not just saying this because I work there, is that the faculty and staff actually really, really care about their students. They want their students to succeed, and I think the students feel that. I also believe the small college field, you know everyone knows who you are, you know your faculty, you know your staff members, you know all the other students on campus. So I think that is unique in itself. And Bloomfield students are very prideful. They know they've come from some disadvantaged families and things going on in their lives, but they're here and they're making it, and we push them to achieve success. And I think that's what makes Bloomfield special and keeps our students there. And just with the merger, it has made things, in my opinion, and from what I hear from the students, just better for them. They have so many more opportunities. They're actually coming on the Montclair
I
campus.
know, I love it.
Yes.
I've talked to a lot of the students who now feel very comfortable coming up
Yes.
to the Montclair campus, which is great. So one of the things that is distinctive about Bloomfield is it's the only PBI, which is inside higher ed kind of language, but it stands for predominantly black institution. It's the only predominantly black institution in New Jersey. But how do you think that feature contributes to creating a positive environment for students?
You're coming to this institution and you're seeing people that look like you, and you're seeing people that's coming from your community with similar struggles that you've come from, and you're succeeding.
Right. Yeah.
And we had an amazing program with the director, Carlos Walton. He had students coming from high schools, students of color coming from high schools, and all of our student leaders were on that stage speaking to these high school students that were students of color.
Right.
And one of the students is in my first year seminar course. And I said to the student, I said, were you there? And he said, yeah. I said, how was the experience? He was like, it was unbelievable. And I said, isn't it amazing how you're standing here and you didn't think you would be here one day? And because he shared with me he didn't think he would be in college. And you're here and you're standing on the stage and someone's looking up to you.
He's the example for them.
Yes, and they're looking up to you. And
Right.
I said, you are a leader and you're changing a life of a child right now. And they're going to be in your place one day. And so I think
That's
that's
funny
the
because
pride.
ostensibly that event is for the high school students, but it probably has as big an effect, maybe a bigger effect
Yes.
on the college students who
Yes.
all of a sudden see themselves in a different way.
That's exactly what they said.
Yeah.
That my student said. He sees himself like, wow, someone's looking up to me. I came from a hard lifestyle,
Right.
and here you are looking at me, wanting to be me.
Yeah, I think that is what makes it special. I mean, and I think that as we move forward, one of the things I'm particularly interested in is how to amplify that sense of belonging. And to link it to what we're doing right now,
Yeah.
you talked about how this is comfort food for you. So the question is there something we can do that draws upon culture, history, a whole variety of attachments
Yeah.
to amplify that? That's what I'm excited about trying to do at
Definitely.
Bloomfield.
And more in diversity and inclusive programming, and I think that's something we can look at. And I'm really interested in trying to connect our student leaders with more of those programming, as well as getting faculty and staff involved. And how do you connect it to the curriculum?
Good. Well, maybe part of that is going to be you cooking a lot of jollof rice and building relationships with students. But this is delicious. Thank you more for all the work you're doing at Bloomfield. I appreciate everything that you're doing with our students, and thank you for teaching me to cook a little bit of your home through this dish.
Yes,
I
you're
appreciate
welcome.
it. It was fantastic. Thank you for watching another delicious episode of Cooking with Koppell. Be sure to check out our other episodes on Hawk Plus.